Hello, wonderful fleas! This is a bonus end-of-season tour and lore video. Shash and I will be taking you on a journey of our builds with lore, giving you some behind the scenes, and maybe some photos as well, from Hitchhikers Season 1.
Season 1 has ended, and our last video was our finale, so make sure to check that out as there are some clues on what to expect for Season 2 coming soon. Make sure to like this video and subscribe.
In our first episode, Shash and I cleared the land, terraformed, and built this mound behind me. Since the mound was hollow, I started organizing our things inside, so this turned into our storage room, and it expanded through the season. Come inside, and I'll show you its final form. Our gear for the world download will be here, if you want to check it out. If you're interested in the world download, it will be linked in the description below. The other major build we did in this first episode was our nether portal. There's a lot of lore connected to this. The main storyline this season was trying to figure out how and why this portal was created, because this portal is how we came to be on Hitchhikers in the first place. This portal is meant to be the tree trunk of a Urashiro tree. A Urashiro tree is a sacred tree found at a Shinto shrine in Japan. These trees are marked with ropes around their middle, called shiminawa. I built this side of the portal,
And I built the nether roof side. We did lots of greenery on the tree trunks to signify the broken trunks that had been here for a long time, as there was some time between when the portal was created, when Armor Blue joined, and when we joined Hitchhikers. The reason the mushrooms are so large, lore-wise, is because the magic of the Urashiro tree seeped out and changed them to be this way. If you come around the side of the portal and go through the trap door, the nether underneath can be accessed through a ladder right here below. There's also a bunch of gold helmets for you in the shulker box. Episode 2 had plenty of shenanigans. We became lawyers after building an office in the shopping district. This storyline came about as a joke between us and Armor Blue over on the Hitchhikers Discord. Blue had been telling us everyone liked to blame her for pranks. We mentioned maybe she needed representation, and she suggested hiring us. We took that a step further and built a lawyer's office where she could come to hire us.
The evidence we definitely collected, finally here to say, was from a prank we did with Blue on Fuzzy Logic, where we put the skins of Fuzzy, Red Gabs, and Gager from Eternal's SMP on, then put Meatball the cat atop Fuzzy's dragon. The evidence was a video of this to cast doubt, enough to clear Blue of this and any past pranks. Curtis Does a Dig also came by to hire us, cause he's just a little guy, and the Hitchhikers like to pick on him. So we proved he was a hero in this evidence, which in reality was artwork I had done IRL. I did multiple versions of this and ended up with the last one since it looked the most like a child's drawing. And we did mail that artwork to Curtis IRL. It's part of his stream background.
When we wrote the commercial for SNK Law, it was entirely targeted at Blue and Curtis to fit these storylines.
Welcome to SNK Law. We will defend what you didn't do. Has someone or everyone on the server blamed you for a prank or other activity? Do they claim they have evidence? Do they say they saw you do it? Are they picking on you? Curtis. Need someone to stand in for you? Plead the fifth and let us step in. We will fight for you and your reputation. Please come see us for all your representation needs.
That was the longest advertisement I ever had to sit through. What was that subtle whispering in the background?
I don't know what you're talking about.
We don't know what you're talking about.
Our goal when doing storylines like this is always to make our friends break character from our ridiculousness. Poor Curtis did sit through the entire commercial, like he said in the video. Since we used that audio from the commercial, his reaction was funny and genuine.
Prank be gone. Our side hustle, as we called it. Definitely not a sketchy van. We made this as a funny bit to do a free cleanup for the meatball prank we did on Fuzzy. But he ended up liking the cat and he kept it. So we added pricing as favors and opened the shop to the server. In episode 3, not only did you learn Shash has a spending problem, we were confronted by Fuzzy about the meatball prank. He informed us we were rumbled. He could see on the server logs Gager had not been on the server, and our Hitchhikers website showed Shash had worn Gager's skin. Ultimately, we took the blame for the prank, telling Fuzzy Blue would never do such a thing, or any pranks. We took our jobs very seriously all season, not only in videos, but on the Hitchhikers Discord and in our clients' live stream chats.
Business was booming for our lawyer office, so we added an addition to it. In this new section, we sold legal documents, which is, books and quills. We met Marsh Jewel for the first time, and episode 3 became a lore dump. We shared that Kogi and I were originally a wolf and a corgi. Then we went through a portal, changing us forever into how we are now. When we portal travel, we are able to travel to different worlds, but also through time. This is why on our YouTube, we can be part of multiple series, SMPs, and Minecraft events. We are existing in them all. One week you may see one adventure, and next week a whole different adventure, but they are happening simultaneously.
Before we met, Shash lost his tail. Every time you ask how, the answer is always different, from simple to absolutely ridiculous. And I actually don't know the true answer. But through our travels, we stumbled into each other, becoming a duo and falling in love.
Marsh became a client in this episode, hiring us to eventually go on a mission with her as suspicious persons dropped her into the Hitchhiker's world and were sending books with tasks for her to do for them. Our canine-like senses would eventually help with seeking them out. Episode 4 was all about searching for our IRL cats to have them at our base. Ember, our oldest, is a short-hair calico. She is talkative, lazy, and shares characteristics with Houdini. She's the cat that can unlock anything. She's also the reason that we have child locks on everything.
This little fluff is my shadow. He's calm, sweet, adventurous, and intelligent. We own many cat and dog puzzles, needing to switch them out often as he learns them fast and then tires of them. He will let me carry him around and loves walks outside.
Peachy is our brown-haired tabby. She is another ball of fluff with a huge personality. She's very adventurous and she likes her walks outside, just not on a harness. She is mischievous and wants to be part of everything, whether you like it or not, but mostly because she just wants to get pets or treats. She and Little Dude love to play fetch and are sort of dog-like. We found Ember and Peachy, but not Little Dude. We didn't know how difficult getting a black cat in-game would be compared to other cats.
So, I came up with doing a news report in the video, asking for help to find him. Breaking news! We could not find Little Dude. I repeat, we could not find our Little Dude. Missing is our beloved ball of midnight fluff. Please leave a heart below to bring him home. Or better yet, I have an IOU I may be able to cash in. We used an IOU to pay Detective Curtis to find Little Dude. This is where Curtis found out Shash and I can't count. Shash saying he starts counting at 4 and I at 6. We gave Curtis tons of Google star reviews for his work finding Little Dude. POT, or part of tree, not a church, was built and established in episode 5. You learned our motto, Ki no naka ni, ki no ichibu, which means, in the tree, part of tree. I will admit, I was responsible for the sillier things that happened with the lore this season. The idea stemmed from just a small piece of my IRL family's background. I took it to a ridiculous and weird place. I am half Japanese on my mother's side, her family coming from Kumamoto, Japan. The whole storyline this season started from creating a fantastical tale of a tree from a Shinto shrine. We thought of adding more elements from the shrine, but decided instead that the land was devastated in the shockwave. So in the end, the land should be overgrown. In the episodes, the tree speaks in Japanese and only to me, since I speak it. The voice of tree was me that Shash pitch shift differently every time, so the tree never had the same voice.
We did a commercial in this episode asking for donations for Tree.
The tree is simply in need.
It's hollow, with no proper structure.
It's stumpy and short.
Its non-branches are bare.
Without its leaves, how can it photosynthesize to eat?
The tree needs help. Don't you want to be part of it? Donate today.
If that didn't make the Hitchhikers want to donate, we have another plan.
The phone number we made sure was not a real number, in case anybody actually called. And the sequence of numbers we joked was how we count, saying that after 8, all we knew was 0. The sign next to Kogi said that she is 4 foot 11 inches. That's Kogi's real height, and was meant to show that sure, Tree was short, but not as short as Kogi.
We delivered topiaries to the Hitchhikers with books that asked them to join Tree and donate to Tree's cause. Once they donated, they became part of Tree and got updates on Tree's growth. A couple Hitchhikers came in person to be initiated into the collective of like-minded persons. Yes, let's go with that.
Our sensitive canine ears had been tortured the whole season by a sound coming from the Heart of Gold ship. We discovered it was a flaw in the distress signal and cut the wires to it. Curtis came in while we were doing this, and this was where our lore joined up with his. Episode 6 was shocking. Blue came by to deliver donations to Tree and asked us why we were planting a tree. After telling her about the shockwave that smelled of magic and books, Blue had a realization, and we finally found out everything. We learned she had used a book on this portal attempting to return home, but instead led her to the Hitchhiker's world. Unknowing to Blue, this caused a shockwave. That shockwave caused the original Yorishiro tree to fall. Since the tree had its own magic, a portal formed in the trunk. This portal brought us to the Hitchhiker's world when we heard the distress signal coming from it. Between Blue and Curtis, they were why we came to this world.
As Blue's lawyers, she confided in us that she had experimented on portals, and they expanded, going crazy. But it was contained. Now. So, as her lawyers, of course, we didn't hear any of that. And neither did you. It will be our secret. We added a branch to Tree from all the donations that had flown in. So now the tree could grow on its own. This was the first time Tree was looking like an actual tree. We had a new Shiminawa around the tree. In this version, it's easier to see what an actual one looks like.
I had almost forgotten to tell Kogi about the book Marsh left at our shop for us, requesting that we meet. Marsh brought us here, where we found out she had the Heart of Gold broken down and under this table. She explained the people who dropped her here sent another book, kept sending her books, and requested she steal the Heart of Gold to give them. They were signing the books, the Adventurers Guild, but this seemed suspicious. We agreed to help her locate these people, using our noses to sniff them out and lead a group on this adventure.
This leads us to the season finale video. And since it was just very recently posted, if you want to know what happens next, you're going to have to go click that video to check it out. It will be linked below in the description. We want to thank all of the wonderful fleas for the love you've shown us this season and all the support. We really, really appreciate it, so thank you.
Thank you.
Season 2 of Hitchhikers will be starting soon enough. If you would like to know when that's going to happen, go follow us all on the Hitchhikers Discord linked below. But we will also keep you updated on our personal Discord as well. We will be streaming a lot more in January, so please go on over to our Twitch and follow us over there if you'd like to see what we're going to be up to. We got a lot of shenanigans planned.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, and make sure that you check out everybody else's videos as well. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in Season 2.
Bye!